I want to ask you about the glymphatic system, because this is a fascinating. Many people, anybody who studies biology knows of the lymphatic system. The system that's involved in the immune system, the lymph nodes, the lymph fluid that flows through the body. But it wasn't until 2012 where the glymphatic system was really finally identified by Mike and Nedgard. But what's interesting about it, and that's the idea. Or why don't you tell us what is the glymphatic system and what is its responsibility?
Well, I mean, it's sort of this new pathway for which, the waste products of our brain get shuttled away. And it's a very recent discovery, like you said. And I'm pretty sure that the person in that group, they're probably going to win the Nobel Prize for this.
Yes.
That's where all the waste products of our brain get shuttled away. It's not as simple as, your lymphatic system and, your blood circulatory system. There's, this other space, the glymphatic system. And the more we learn about it, the more we realize that, keeping that system active and healthy, is a means to maintain our cognition, our ability to think and remember and plan things and do things that are complicated. It's probably associated with our risk of developing dementias, problems with our brain later on in life.
Right, because some of the protein buildup in the brain gets removed, tau protein and plaques, right?
Yeah.
Which has a correlation with some of the neurodegenerative disorders like Alzheimer's. Now, what's interesting about the glymphatic system is that it was identified recently, but not a new idea. Even Aristotle in 350 BC had his treatise on sleep and sleepiness, where he talks about vapors coming out of the body, going into the head, condensing, and then removing stuff from the head. Not just him. About Aristotle. There was also, in ancient Chinese medicine, Indian medicine from 1,000 years ago. So it's interesting that those concepts developed and were finally proven on a scientific level.
Yeah, it's great like that, right? Like, when
so cool.
When you have people will imagine the theoretic basis for which things work, but we don't have the technology to elucidate it until later on, and it gets proven by technology. That's where we're at with this.
Right, and some of the observations made thousands of years ago, animals lying on the side of a hill so that they could drain that glymph from their brains was one of the ideas from my research preparing for the podcast. The way people used to sleep with blocks under their heads, would to drain that mystery fluid from the head as well.